People think in keto it's the fat that makes them feel full. It's actually not. It'll be the protein they have. Protein just is the most filling macro. What's going on, guys? It's Jacob, Sunday Lifters. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be talking about what you can do if you've hit like a weight loss plateau or a brick wall in your sort of weight loss journey, and some of the things I've found through experience can really help sort of get over it. Maybe you just need to employ one or two of them, maybe you need to employ all five. It sort of depends. For me, when I've gone sort of sub 10% before, I've had to employ all five of them. You know, if I was just trying to lose a couple of pounds, maybe over 6 to 8 weeks, I might only need to do one or two of them. So hopefully if you are in one of those situations where you have hit a brick wall, this video will give you some tips on what to do. If you could drop this video a like, a comment, and consider subscribing as well, it does help the channel grow and it's hugely appreciated. So number one, the easiest thing you can do is eat less. So if you are somebody, let's say your maintenance calories was 2,000 for the day, and you've been doing a diet for 6 weeks where you're having 1,800 calories and you've lost, let's say, 2 pounds over that 6 weeks, right? The thing is, now you're a lower body weight overall, your body requires less energy just doing nothing, your non-exercise activity, thermogenesis. That put simply, it just means throughout the day you're burning less calories because you're smaller than you was 6 weeks ago. Your energy consumption isn't as much. So instead of having 1,800 calories a day, you might need to go to 1,700 calories a day or 1,600 calories a day moving forward. And then when you lose another 2 pounds, this analogy is a little bit off because losing 2 pounds wouldn't mean you need to drop your calories by 200. I'm just using it as an example, but you need to keep adjusting as you go along, as your weight comes down. Easiest way to adjust calories basically is eat less. You know, 200 calories less a day is really easy to do. That's probably, you know, half an hour on a treadmill, as opposed to just having, you know, leaving a granola bar out or a banana or something like that. Number two is exercise more. Sort of in tandem with eating less, if you exercise more, you're going to be burning more calories throughout the day. Now, I want to be clear, you don't have to necessarily be setting, you know, time aside to specifically go on the cross trainer, the treadmill, the exercise bike, rowing machine, whatever, you name it, any cardiovascular piece of equipment. You don't need to be setting a time aside to do that if you're a busy person already. But what you can do is add pointless cardio into your day, and what I mean by that is, like, at work, take the stairs instead of the lift. When you go to the supermarket, park as far away from the supermarket as you can so you've got further to walk. Be inventive with it. It could even be something stupid like when you have your dinner, let's say you have your dinner upstairs for some reason, you go down, you get your dinner, you bring that up, you go back down, you get a fork, you bring that up, you go back down, you get a knife, you bring that up. I know it's stupid, but it's like you're adding a lot more cardio into your day without really thinking about it. And you don't have to be sprinting, jogging, swimming. You can just walk more throughout the day. Number three, drink more. Now, I'm not unfortunately preluding to alcohol. That will not help in this situation, but drinking mainly more water is hugely beneficial. It will make you feel more full, especially if you, while you're eating a meal, every few mouthfuls, drink a bit of water, and do that as you go along. But also just drinking more water throughout the day will make you sort of appear leaner. When your body thinks, hey, I'm getting plenty of water in throughout the day, it knows it's kind of okay to let that water go. You'll notice that you'll need to go to the bathroom a lot more, and yeah, your body's just chucking it out basically. Whereas if you're not getting much water, you actually your body holds onto it because it thinks I'm not going to be getting any more for a while. It makes you look puffy, so you will actually appear leaner if you drink water consistently at a good amount depending on your needs. Number 4 is changing some of the carbs you have throughout the day into protein. Protein is the most filling of the 3 macros. You know, people think in keto it's the fat that makes them feel full. It's actually not. It'll be the protein they have. Protein just is the most filling macro. It's been shown in studies to be that way, and not only this, but it's also got the highest thermogenic effect when we consume it. And what that basically means is it requires more energy for the body to actually break down and use protein, i.e. we burn more calories just consuming protein in comparison to fat and carbs. You could also, if you wanted to, try and swap some of your daily fat intake into protein, because fat per gram has more calories in it than carbs and protein. So that would also be a good strategy to use. The reason I say carbs is personally I find fats more filling than carbs. Maybe you're different. I'd say try both. 5 is getting adequate sleep. Now, believe it or not, you can't actually be eating while you're asleep unless you have some kind of like sleeping disorder that makes you walk downstairs and raid the fridge. But for 99.9% of people, that's not going to be the case. It has also been shown in studies that getting sort of the adequate 7 to 8 hours sleep in a day is really important for how your body sort of mobilizes and metabolizes fat. And also it does help you keep insulin sensitive, which will help, prevent things like type 2 diabetes development. Sleep is really, really important, and you don't actually realize until you've not been getting good sleep and then you go to getting a good amount of sleep and feeling well rested, how much of a difference it actually makes. And like I say, the bodily processes you don't even notice, like fat mobilization, are sort of them at their most potent basically when you are sleeping adequately. So that is number 5, and it's probably not necessarily as effective as eating less and exercising more in losing weight, but certainly the most important in terms of your overall health, I would say. So they are my 5 recommendations for if you've hit a plateau or wall in your weight loss journey. Hopefully you found this useful and it does help you get through it. Like I say, I've tried all of them at some point and they did really help me. If you did find this video useful, drop it a like, drop it a comment, and consider subscribing if you're not already. You can check out what I'm doing on all my socials. It's at Sunday Lifters on Facebook, Instagram and TikTok. And you can email me at Sunday Lifters for workout plans, coaching and for sponsorships. Cheers again for tuning in, guys, and I'll see you back here again very soon.